Well, it says here online that actually the last ice age, sometimes up to 30% of the Earth were covered in ice. So it's not the entire planet. No, and we know that because people come from Africa. We know that people were living in Africa during the last ice age.
And the thing is, like that out of Africa theory, they always say that when people were in Europe,
basically like the pole shit.
They got locked off because of they were covered in ice or whatever the story was, and that's why they became white. Some people have that theory.
That sounds.
Sorry, what?
They lost pigmentation.
If anything, I think white people are fucking. I believe more that we're fucking part alien.
Yeah.
Fucking,
they have the
anybody who's not 100% African actually has Neanderthal blood in them.
Yeah.
So myself included, like everybody in this room could have Neanderthal blood, unless we could trace our roots directly to 100% Africa, no deviation out of Africa. Yeah. But Caucasian people, they were able to prove that Caucasian people became Caucasian because lack of vitamin D. So what had happened was right. So in Europe, less sunlight. So in order to get more vitamin D from less sun, your pigment would have to become lighter to let in the vitamin D in a shorter period of time, right? So that's why black people have sometimes vitamin D deficiencies because we're
actually blocking so much.
Right, exactly, and that's why, for example, the rates of skin cancer are less with darker people than they are with lighter people because again we have melanoma, which is there to block the UV rays, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
So there's advantages of it. I heard one theory that one of the reasons that Asian people's eyes were the way they were is because they come from the north, like where obviously like Arctic, close to there, whatever. And because they're sunblind, whatnot, squinting more, so their eyes will be more squinting and whatnot.
Yeah.
And then eventually they migrate south. Now, mind you, I don't know if that's 100% true.
But that's what it all is. It's all evolution. That's what everything is. You know what I mean? Like,
over a period of time, things are going to change, right?
The same way that fucking all life comes from the ocean. You know what I mean? So everything was, to a degree, a fish at one point. Or some sort of fish that learned how to adapt on land, basically.
Is that fish?
Say what?
I said animal fish.
I don't know. The thing is, with mammals, it's different though. You know what I mean? But if you look look at a bird and look at a fish.
Yeah, look at a bird and look at a fish.
Pluck the feathers off a bird and then look at a fish. They're very similar creatures. They both lay eggs. Their eyes are those marble-looking things. Yeah. A bird, the way that its feathers grow is the same way that a fish's scales are positioned. Like they're very similar creatures. But then other species would have came out of the water, like reptiles and stuff, and became alligators and became other things. You know what I mean? Salamanders, different things. But all life, if it's the way that the theory is which we're given, it's evolution. Then
we are 70% water.
Like what happens is the algae and the different whatever in the water, create different life, create water life, create species under the water, and then eventually those things come out of the water, have to learn to coexist and different things, right? But I mean, so the same thing would go with races. Like, I don't actually believe white people are aliens. I'm just saying I believe that more than us being fucking Encino Man and being white because of it. You know what I mean? Like, that just makes no sense. We were fucking frozen like Walt Disney and then popped out as white people, like when the ice melted. Like, oh shit, it took all our melanin.
I kind of believe